Welcome to the Honolulu Cheese Podcast, the pretty much #1 NFC North podcast. I'm your host, Matt. Joining me as always, my co-hosts, Ryan and Moran. Boys, guess who's back? Back again. The HCP is back. Tell a friend. We've been off for 2 weeks, spring break, sick kids, doesn't matter. We're back. Well, I hope everyone's kids feel better. Mine are doing better. So, boys, how we doing?
You know, I want to be the first to say, I miss you guys. It feels great to be back. Matt sounded silky smooth on the intro there. I love it. Since we're keeping the positive vibes going, I have something to throw out there. Let's all say one nice thing about our respective NFC North teams.
What do you mean? Like, I'm going to say something nice about the Lions and the Packers?
Correct. The one that's not yours. Who would like to start?
Well, the Lions and the Packers are both not mine.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. Like, you're saying the one who doesn't belong to you out of the three. Sorry.
We have 2.
Yeah, but 2 out of the 3 don't belong to me.
You guys, this isn't hard, okay?
Okay,
Ryan
Ryan, why don't you go first? And you can show us how it's
Am I
done.
the only one? All right.
we think it's a great idea.
All right. So I will say, for the Bears, you know, I went to Chicago over spring break, actually, took the fam down there. Nice place. The subway smells like piss and weed. So that was fun, taking a double stroller on there. But I will say, honestly, the views in Chicago are immaculate. I guess it's not about the team so much as the city. Bless you.
Thank you.
Way to ruin my my segment. But no,
If
I will
you're
say,
live
like,
on YouTube, I thought Moran was coming through the screen at me.
But no, there were moments where we were just walking the city and I just looked around at the skyscrapers, you know, and like the trees that were around some of them. I was like, man, like this is a great
Ryan,
view. And I took a lot of pictures. It
Can
was
I
nice.
cut you off for a second?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the team?
I just said it's more about the city, but I like the city.
Just so confused, Ryan. This was your idea to say
he
something
ruined it.
nice about the team. And
I
then
have
you
one that's
came
about
on
the
here, you said nothing except for the subway smelled
Well-
like piss and weed. You're welcome. And you,
You guys
didn't want
made
to
me
bring
go
your
first.
stroller on there.
You made
narc.
me go first. You guys could have started
Here,
this
I'll
off a
go
little
first
better.
since you don't know how to do your own
Well, you're going to
game.
go second.
Okay, go ahead.
That is true, Moran. He did go first.
All right, no, seriously. For Green Bay, it's a football-related one. I've been to Lambeau twice. Lambeau's a great time. What can I say? Great stadium. You can't deny it. It's really nice.
It is an excellent place. I would agree. I had a very nice time. The people were excellent.
Does that compliment go to your guys' liking? Am I off the hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still doesn't really compliment the Packers team, which
Oh my
I
God,
thought
it's their
was the spirit
stadium.
of the
They
exercise.
played
But
there. All right, Matt. Why don't you go ahead since you're being so judgmental?
okay, that sounds good. Let's start with the Lions. I'm a big Amon-Ra St. Brown guy. I think he's a stud. Love Amon-Ra. Think he's a monster. Now for the Packers, I like Michael Parsons. I think he's great. I wish he was on the Bears.
That Michael Parsons.
That Michael Parsons is a hell of a player. He's a hell of a pass rusher. I like him. And I think that they are both impact players.
I mean, I thought mine were more unique and like, you know, experience driven. But go ahead, Moran.
They certainly were that.
So, I like from the Bears, not the current team, but Randy McMichael. Mongo McMichael? Was that his
Steve
name?
McMichael.
Steve
R.I.P..
McMichael. R.I.P. He was actually one of the first people that I watched in wrestling, which is crazy because it was a long time ago. He was in the NWO for a little. So that's my Bears love. And then how
Ron,
can I
fun
not?
fact about Steve Mongo McMichael. I'm not 100% sure it was him, but I'm like 94% sure. We'll have to look this up. That it was Steve McMichael who ended his career with the Packers, and he basically said he knew he was already washed up, and he just wanted to take their money. So Bears hero Steve McMichael.
That's fair.
Pretty 86% sure.
And then I do also think that the Bears have one of the best centers in the league.
That was just.
Never.
I see what you did there, and frankly,
He's done that twice now. You know that.
It wasn't very nice.
Oh, and they have good pizza. even though there's no reason that it takes 55 minutes to make. And they always tell you that whenever you go to one.
Okay, are you using all your compliments for the Bears, or can we get one?
That's not in me.
You're actually not going to?
I'm not going to.
Oh,
I can't
this
lie to
guy is
myself.
such a dirtbag. Can you believe this guy?
Okay,
Get a
here's
load
one.
of this guy.
Okay, here's one. I love that the Lions GM loves to pay his guys all the time and doesn't notice that it doesn't lead to success.
Wow, this is how scared my brother
Hasn't
is.
led
You hear
to
this?
success yet, to be fair.
Has led to more success than Green Bay in the last 5 years. All right, well, it looks like this exercise is over. Thank you both for playing. I really appreciate it. Let's just get on with the show because Moran won't do it.
It didn't go great, Ryan. I'd give it like a C+.
It went so much better in my head.
Well, yeah. I mean, we workshopped it and, we fell a little short, but such is life.
We'll let the people be the judge. I'm sorry you guys didn't have
just
fun.
like the
I had a good
Packers
time.
in the playoffs last year.
Bazinga.
All right, boys, let's talk a little football. There has not been a ton of news the last few weeks. Partly the reason why we felt like we were okay skipping some episodes because there wasn't a ton to talk about. The free agency dust has settled. There hasn't been a ton of movement since we got back on. We kind of discussed all the moves. The Raiders did get Kirk Cousins, which shout out to Kirk Cousins. My guy Kirk keeps getting paid. Sounds like he'll probably start the season. I was just curious as we kind of barrel toward the draft a little. Fernando Mendoza feels like something wild would have to happen for him not to be the number one pick. What do you guys think of Fernando Mendoza? Worth the number one pick? Think he's going to be a stud? Think he's going to be solid? Moran, let's go to you.
He's the recipient of a lesser draft class. I don't think he's all that. I think we've seen it. And this is probably going to go to bite me, but I don't see anything that's like, wow, Do I think he's the best quarterback in the draft? Sure. Do I know that? No. So, it's just.
Do you think if he was coming out last year, he'd be the number one pick, or Cam Ward would be the number one pick?
No, I think Cam Ward.
I don't really know. I'm just.
Oh, I disagree.
What do you think? I don't know.
I think they're in the same echelon.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, Mendoza has the natty though.
He does,
which got him a little draft stock, I think.
Mendoza's bigger than I thought when I watched him play. He's like 6'5", 230. He's a little bit athletic. Seems to have a good enough arm. I don't know. I'd use the number one pick on him if I was the Raiders.
Yeah, I see a little bit of Baker Mayfield in him. Like, he's not like the highly touted number one amazing prospect, once in a generation, like Trevor Lawrence or whoever. But those guys don't always work out, Not the case for Trevor / MVP candidate last year. But,
I don't hate that. I was thinking, honestly, more along the lines of like a Jared Goff comp.
That's not bad. That's not bad. But he's got a lot of like those, and Jared Goff has leadership too. But like Mendoza's big thing is like his leadership and his like, his tenacity and like his intangibles. Yeah, that you don't get. You might not get.
I did read he's like I read he's like a football sicko. Like all he wants to do is play football. Doesn't like girls. Doesn't like drinking. Doesn't like anything. Like
which is huge for a number one pick, by the way.
Yeah, it's what you want.
Yeah. Shout out to Johnny Manziel. Not number one, but couldn't handle it.
Number one in your playbooks.
That's right.
Moran, what are you going to say?
I was just going to say, so Mendoza needs a perfect line to be successful then?
Oh, with the Jared Goff comp?
That was just, yeah.
No, certainly won't help. They do have a Tyler Linderbaum. It should help a lot over there.
I forgot they got him.
Yeah. Big
How'd you
money.
forget he's making $80 gazillion?
Yeah, literally.
Here's the other thing I wanted to say, because I don't really know this about either one of you. We haven't recorded since the congrats to the University of Michigan. We're all local Michiganders. Cut down the nets for the NCAA tournament. Do you guys root for Michigan? I don't know if I know that.
Allow me to answer you, Matt. One of us has a degree from the University of Michigan. Campus unspecified. Of course, it doesn't really matter which campus you went to as far as I'm concerned. My bachelor's degree says the University of Michigan. So
Look
allow
at
me to
you.
say,
You're a proud alum.
proud alum. They keep asking me for money, and I keep saying no. You took enough of my
Yeah. Sorry, don't
my
have
cheddar.
any. Pal.
But hail, go blue. Dusty May is a great coach. That was awesome watching that. Bro, honestly, like me speaking seriously for a second, they were so dominant all year. Truly.
They were just kicking the shit out of teams in the tournament.
Like beating the brakes, like belt to ass off of like ranked teams by 25 points and such. And really their closest game was the Natty, right? And they played like their worst game of the tourney and they still won handily. Like they never trailed, I think. They might have for a bit, but it was never really in doubt, it's just wild.
Moran, I feel like you have to just hate the University of Michigan.
Okay, so let me just clarify something. I don't hate the team, I hate their fans. I cannot stand Michigan fans. Half of these inbreds don't even have the capability of attending the university. Oh, Michigan, gotta wear the block M. And just a bunch of douchebags. Half of them can't spell Michigan. But yeah.
This is gonna be a great social clip.
More power to them. You bought your trophy. Good job. That's NIL. Like you took advantage of it.
Whoa. Let's not do that. Let's not do that and water down their Natty because they played by the same rules as everybody else and they built a better team.
I said you did it correctly. Good job.
No, you're being sarcastic.
We could have probably done that for
a little
Indiana,
bit of a douche,
right? Similar path.
Football is so much different.
Well, yeah, of course.
There's so many players on football that have to work together. It's completely different. Indiana was just a good team. Like Michigan got 5 free agents and they did well. Like not easy to do. To answer your question, I'm a Wisconsin Badgers fan. Have been for years. We beat Michigan this year, by the way, at Michigan.
Hang the banner.
No, I'm just saying, like. But yeah, I'm more of a can't stand Michigan fans. More of football, though, for sure.
I like it.
Yeah, they split half a national title with Nebraska in '97. Then they cheated to win a national title, and then the title before '97 was before black people played football. Like, I'm good.
I pretended to be a Michigan fan when I first moved to Michigan, but didn't really take. I just didn't care enough to keep up with it. So sometimes when people ask, I tell them that I'm a Michigan fan, but I really just don't care at all. All right, boys. Next thing, I don't really. The Bears are getting fucked. The league is afraid of a Bears dynasty. I made a little short on the socials. The Bears are getting screwed. The Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham. Shout out to Ian, my brother. I don't know why I said it like that. It's gonna be great when we get canceled. Shout out to me. No, but Ian Cunningham gets hired by the Atlanta Falcons. Ian Cunningham is a black guy, as you probably assumed by me awkwardly saying that. The Bears.
Yeah, you're just making it worse, bro. Just keep it going.
That's your brother.
Yeah. Give me my shovel. I'll dig myself a hole. But the league stipulates if you hire a minority candidate from a team and it's a promotion, you get 2 third-round picks compensatory. 1 this year, 1 next year. Mm-hmm. These fucks down at the league office, Goodell and the rest of his cronies, decide that because Atlanta made up a position, they made up a president of football. No disrespect to Matt Ryan. Sick job title, amazing business cards. But they come and they say, well, Ian Cunningham, he's not the main football decision maker. So the Bears get no comp picks. Have you guys been keeping up on this story? Why is the league screwing over the Bears? I need to know.
So I honestly don't know why you're so butthurt about this.
I don't know either.
The reason I'm saying this is because it's clear that Matt Ryan is helping with decision making.
Helping? Okay.
So
they asked Matt Ryan, who is the GM? Who's making decisions? He said Ian Cunningham. I'm running like day-to-day stuff.
He's being humble though. Like he's making decisions on guys they bring in.
Okay, so let's say he is being humble. He's clearly trying to put the Bears in a position to benefit because they developed a good candidate.
I like
Like
how
the
Matt
league had
keeps
so many chances to make this right. And
Matt's
they
getting
just
so
won't do
passionate.
it.
He keeps hitting his desk, and it's making his camera shake. And I almost feel like he's shaking his laptop in anger right now at us.
I might as well be. This is such
So
bullshit.
you want to get 2 comp picks because he's an assistant GM?
He's the GM, Moran. His title is general manager.
I get it, but he's an assistant. He's not the lone wolf.
No, he's not, Moran. He's the general manager.
That is his title. That is his title. I think the NFL has found a loophole with the Matt Ryan thing and is taking advantage of them.
I can't wait.
I kind of get it.
I can't wait until the Bears don't make the playoffs this year, and it's going to be because of Ian Cunningham's, my brother's lack of
not going to be because of that. But it's just the principle. Like, the Bears literally did everything right. Like, diversity, equity, inclusion, all this stuff. They hire a guy. They develop him. He helps with drafts and scouting and gets himself to a position where a team wants to hire him as a GM. They followed the playbook to a T of what the league wants with minority candidates, and they just got fucked.
Can I say something? That whole minority candidate thing where you are rewarded for hiring one is racist within itself. But that's too deep of a topic to talk about.
Well, it's to ensure that minority candidates are being looked at because hang on.
It's bullshit.
Hang on. Because for decades, like, white dudes were running football teams and not even considering black people or other minorities. They were just hiring their white buddies.
Right. Football teams.
Can I ask you something?
Any profession you want.
Right. That's exactly. Yeah.
Ryan, can I ask you something? How come it doesn't go like that at Microsoft, where every technician is Indian? Just certain jobs,
Rod, I swear, you always do this thing where, like, you take a conversation and you go the other way with it, and just such a weird direction.
Okay,
I thought it was because Ian Cunningham is like a light skinned brother and not like dark enough. Maybe I don't know.
It's just a
we
racist...
are gonna get so canceled.
I'm sorry.
It's a racist concept. That's all it is. I'm all for minorities getting the job, but I don't want them to get a job because it seems like we're hiring this guy because we need more picks. That's racist.
So it's
but
not
that's
the perfect
not the
system.
rule, Moran.
No.
That would be like if the Falcons hired him, then the Falcons got the picks. That would be wrong. I agree with you. We'll just hire some random black guy because we're trying to get a couple extra third rounders is wrong. But the team that developed the guy gets the picks, not the team that's hiring him.
Well, and it's crazy, too, because the Falcons benefit from this because that's their NFC opponent who's getting screwed. That's someone you could be fighting for a playoff spot.
Bro, I get it. I'm just saying, and I'm sorry I took this to left field, but I'm just saying I think people are hiring certain individuals for the wrong reason.
Technically, Murad, that opinion would be right field, but if you know, you know.
Whatever.
Way to go, man.
Whatever. I'm just saying, like, it's racist within itself. They need to scrap the rule together. The Rooney Rule is a joke. I don't know if you guys remember Winston Moss. He was a Packers coach for a long time. He literally, when the Rooney Rule came out, he got interviewed like 37 times consecutively with no intention of being hired. It's a slap in the face to black people. And
they also say that Mike Tomlin was only interviewed because of the Rooney Rule.
He was, and to piggyback on that, he was kept as long as he was in Pittsburgh because of the Rooney Rule. But that's too deep for this.
Well, I mean,
I don't even think that's true, Murad. They didn't even fire him. He resigned.
He won a Super Bowl. That's why he was in Pittsburgh for so long. So
did McCarthy, and we fired him 6 years ago.
And yet McCarthy still keeps finding jobs because of that Super Bowl.
Correct.
Like, it carries you a long way.
I'm saying Pittsburgh, and like being specific about Pittsburgh, they kept him for so long because he was the poster boy. He was the first hire under the Rooney Rule. He missed the playoffs for...
He never had a losing season.
And he didn't win a playoff game for 10 years, Matt. Straight.
Okay,
but that's so not the point of what, like, the Rooney Rule is even about. Like, no rule based on any racism and history of racism in the league is ever going to be black and white, like, no pun intended. And it's not going to be perfect. Like, if that's the best you got, that's the best you got to make sure that candidates are being looked at fairly.
I get it.
Or at least even one time.
I get it. We can have a whole topic on that. I just wanted to say what I wanted to say. That's all.
I said what I said. But in any case, it's BS. And you know what, Ryan, you know why I'm so mad? because pretty soon it'll be like the league meetings next year. The league will amend the rule so that like retroactively the Bears, God, had we amended this sooner, the Bears would have gotten these picks, but we amended it now, so they didn't.
Every Lions fan knows what that feels like because we get screwed on like bullshit flags all the time, and then it becomes a rule the next year, and it's like, oh, thanks for that. That would have helped us against Dallas or Houston or whatever picked up flag you want to talk about. But that's a different story.
That is a different story. This is my soapbox, Ryan.
All right, I'll get off. I'm sorry. Yeah. All
right. The Bears are getting screwed. The league's worried about a dynasty, but I'm not gonna let it get me down. Caleb, Ben Johnson. Around the Packers traded your guy Dontayvion Wicks for a 5th-round pick in 2026 and a 6th-round pick in 2027 to the Philadelphia Eagles. And then they gave him $12.5 million a year, I want to say.
Yes.
The reason I wanted to bring this up, number one, I feel like this leaves the Packers very thin at wide receiver. What do you have to say for that?
I don't agree.
Can you tell me why?
Great analysis.
This is a podcast.
I thought you were going to ask another question. I don't agree because we didn't have Reed for half the year last year. Reed, Watson, and Golden and Savion will be perfectly fine.
But like Reed is like okay so far. He's never really figured it out. Christian Watson is injured a lot. Matthew Golden has done very, very little.
We didn't need him
to make me think he's like a good NFL player. He could be.
I legit told you guys last year when we drafted him, this is because Dobbs is coming on an expiring deal. I don't know why Ryan's playing that. There's literally no context to that, but okay. Dobbs is coming up on a contract year, or he was in his contract year. So was Wicks. Like, good teams draft for future years. We have always done that. This was going to happen. I personally thought we were going to keep Wicks over Reed because it would have been cheaper to do so, but I understand why they didn't. But to answer your question, we're not thin. We're still very strong at the top 3.
I also thought it was funny, Moran, that you used the fact that the Eagles paid him $12.5 million in our group chat to be like, see, I told you, guy's a stud.
Hold on. Is that not a lot for a 5th receiver? Are they not paying on potential?
I just wanted to look at some guys who are not on their rookie contracts who make in the range of $12.5 million a year.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Rashad Bateman, Darius Slayton, Jalen Naylor, Josh Palmer.
Okay.
So like
all of whom have done more than Dontayvion Wicks.
But like I would classify all those guys as average NFL wide receivers.
They're Jags, Moran.
They're
just guys.
Yeah.
And as is Dontayvion Wicks.
But
he will be just a guy on the Eagles as well.
But you're forgetting they gave us 2 picks plus paid him the $12 million. So
I mean, late round picks
would factor out.
The 5th and the 6th. That's fine.
Would
factor out to about $18 million if you.
I mean, I feel like they're about to get rid of AJ Brown, and they're a little bit desperate for some wide receiver depth, and that just gives them a little piece.
Yeah,
but does that make him like a great receiver because they did that? No.
Too bad Wicks went to a quarterback that stinks. So feel for him, but you don't play for us anymore, so don't care.
One to another.
Yeah. I read that Jalen Hurts story. Or not, it's not true. I didn't read it. I read the headline and then like some clips from it. Moran, I'm going to say, so 2 things. I forgot to do this at the top of the show. I owe each of you an apology.
Oh.
Ryan.
Is it for pooping into my compliment idea about the NFC North teams?
That was awful. We'll never do that again.
That was bad.
I hope we do that again very soon.
Ryan, I moved into my current house in October. So the last couple days have been the first like 80-degree days that I've lived here for. And we had an episode last year, I remember vividly, making fun of you because it was hot out and you were wearing a sweatshirt. It is frigid in my basement.
Thank you.
I was down here last night in a t-shirt for 20 minutes. I almost lost a nipple. So Ryan, I am sorry.
Apology
Moran,
accepted.
I crucified you for your Bo Nix over Jalen Hurts take before the season last year. That, like, Jalen Hurts has the Super Bowl, so, like, it's always going to be clouded. But if you said that going into next year, you'd rather have Bo Nix than Jalen Hurts, I feel like people wouldn't think you were crazy. So, Moran, credit to you.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
sorry.
So I just hope Moran can learn something from this. Moran, what Matt's doing right now is this thing called taking accountability. Okay? Taking accountability is very
First of all-
important when you
first
make
of all-
crazy takes and you end
first
up
of all-
being wrong. It happens.
First of all, I've always taken accountability.
For
I
what?
have-
I always take accountability. It's just nothing's ever been my fault. So it's just
I would apologize if I
Okay.
ever messed up, but I never mess up.
Okay, you want me to say what I take accountability on?
Yeah.
I didn't think the Bears would be good this year, and I told Matt, you guys played the season out perfectly. That's accountability. I told him the Bears were smart. That's accountability.
What about for your own team?
What about for my own team?
You're
What
getting
about-
there. You're
You're so
dipping your
close.
toe in the pool
What about
of
for my own team?
accountability.
What about when you were wrong about something with the Packers related?
Like what?
Like after Micah Parsons got hired and you said, we're still winning it being the Super Bowl.
What do
and
you-
it turned out
Hold on, Matt. Hold
it
on.
was you won
Matt,
no more games.
Matt, hold on.
Zero.
You want me to hold on, Matt? You want me to be you? And when you guys are at 12 wins, oh, I don't think we're gonna make the playoff. You want me to be that guy? I'm not that guy. Never will be.
You're not that guy,
No,
pal.
that's fair. You're
I'm
not that
never-
good, pal.
Look. There's a happy medium there somewhere between the both of you.
Ryan,
and
stop
I'm gonna
trying
find
to social work us, bro. I don't have insurance that you
It's
like.
working.
Don't talk to me.
It's working. I'm good at
It's
I'm good
not.
at what I do.
It's not. You're
We'll get
obviously
there.
not. You don't even know how to prep your own games.
The,
Good at what you
wheel-
do.
the wheels are in motion. I'm getting there.
Yeah, we know.
The other NFL bit of news I saw was Dexter Lawrence requested a trade.
Sexy Dexy.
Ryan, would you trade the Lions' first round pick for Dexter Lawrence?
Of
Straight
course.
up.
Of
You would?
course. Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Well, hang on. What is this contract like though? That's the one part I'm missing.
I think he
You guys
has
know off the top of your head?
2 years and $20 million per left on the current deal. But like, I'm assuming if he's requesting a trade, it's because he wants new money. So let's assume you're paying him near the top of the defensive tackle market, which is probably like, some new money. Call it like average like 30 per over the next 3 years, probably would
Yeah.
be my guess.
Aleem took a step back. Tyreek had a okay rookie season. Like, you don't say no to a difference maker like that. I hope we can draft a player half that good with our first round pick.
I actually don't think with Hutch and I kind of forgot about it. You guys paid Aleem McNeil. You guys probably can't do that.
No, but like Dream World, I absolutely would do that.
Moran, the Packers don't have a first round pick, but
Haha.
you like Dexter Lawrence. He's such a monster from the interior. It's crazy.
I love Sexy Dexy.
It's
The only thing I have a problem with, and you guys aren't gonna like this, but when Devontae Wyatt plays, we are an elite defense. I know he's coming off a serious injury. If we had to give up Devontae Wyatt and a second round pick for Dexter Lawrence, I don't think I would be as okay with it. I would still be pumped, but I love Devontae Wyatt. So I just
That's
don't
fair.
see
Dexter Lawrence, I like Devontae Wyatt too, Moran, but Dexter Lawrence is like
He's
a
a game
different
changer.
caliber of player.
100%. I don't want to give up that many assets for a position that I think we're already okay at.
That's fair.
You
for
got to
sure.
remember we got Devontae Wyatt and we signed Hargrave, so we're not like dying for that position.
That was a good
Yeah,
signing.
yeah.
So that's
and he's like older, but like he'll give you good snaps, and like
Yeah.
the Packers have talent on the D line.
But don't get me wrong. If we can make it work where we have all three of those men on our team, whatever you want.
Moran,
Who is
you
he
also-
rumored to go to right now?
There's nothing about him
I
recently.
haven't seen
At all, huh?
anything.
Yeah, neither have I.
know.
But we'll see.
What were you gonna say, Matt?
I was gonna say, I don't remember. I lost it. jumped out of my head. Oh, I was going to say, in our group chat the other day, you were dropping a few hints that you thought there was a scenario where the Packers actually could end up with a day one pick in this draft. I was curious if you cared to expand on that.
So again, I think Devontae Wyatt has been talked about being traded. I also, for some reason, I still think Reed can be traded. I don't know why. There's just been a lot of like mumblings about him. So I think it could be done.
But like neither one of those guys is
they're not getting a first
rounder.
No, it'll be with another pick. But the reason why I'm saying that is we've had so many top 30 visits in the last week. Like I think we've had like 20. And that's not normal for a team that's not drafting in the first round.
I think it is though. Because I mean, you still want to visit with guys. You're just like visiting with guys further down your board.
The thing is, you never know how the draft's going to turn out, right? So you still have to do your due diligence, and like maybe a team does want to trade back, and you're like, you got what they need.
Yeah, we'll see.
God, last year at this time, and every year at this time, I'm so into the drafts. I'm doing mocks. I'm grinding. 1 year of my team being good, and I'm just like, who cares about the draft?
Honestly, drafts do hit different when you're not picking top 10. Like it took me a while to have that feeling, obviously, but like
they're just like a little like obviously I know the draft is important, and the Bears have the pick 25 and then 57 and 60. We'll obviously we're gonna do like a full draft show next week, but just and I think maybe part of it is this draft class is, from everything I read, a little underwhelming, a lot of juice in the middle, but nobody crazy at the top, nobody running that's, they got one good running back, a couple good receivers, no like crazy tight ends. There's obviously Mendoza, but it's not, I guess not like a sexy draft. Like,
well, it's not. And like we've had years where like 5 quarterbacks go within like the top like 8 picks or whatever happened with that one. Like, you're right. It's not a sexy draft. It's a good O-line draft, which suits the Lions well, but like O-line's not sexy either. D-line too. So
it's like a great safety class. The Bears need a safety. The Lions maybe do too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need 2 of them. Speaking of which, Brad Holmes,
corners too.
Yeah, we need just about everything in the secondary.
And
that's what I wanted to ask Ryan. Week 1, is Penei Sewell playing right tackle or left tackle?
It's not, well, it hasn't been confirmed. I mean, Campbell hinted at moving him to left, and a lot of our fan base is dying for that. I think it depends on who you draft. If you feel like the guy you draft,
on your options, right?
Yeah, if you feel like the guy you can draft can slide into left and keep Penei at right where he's dominating, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't think Penei needs to move anywhere, but he could play either.
There's like a lot more guys in this draft. I mean, this is probably every year, but like, ooh, this guy, he's a great tackle, high floor, but he's probably right tackle only. So you take a guy like that, okay, great, you move Penei to left. I imagine there might be like a slight transition. I don't imagine he'll struggle there.
No, I think it's great. Well, he has played left in the NFL before his rookie year, nice. So he's done it. But I mean that gives us some versatility with our picks, which is beautiful. Like I can't say enough good things about Penei.
And then, so the Bears were sniffing around Taylor Decker a little. So the Bears are just taking the just.
Would you want him, Matt?
I mean, if it was like cheap, and I'll just defer to Ben Johnson, I guess. If Ben Johnson wants to bring him in like on a cheap deal to compete with Braxton Jones and Theo Benedette and Jedrick Wills and Karan Amagaji, then like, sure. But like, I'm assuming that'll be a fairly inexpensive, not a lot of guaranteed money kind of deal.
I feel like the NFL especially, like every league does this, but the NFL especially, like players follow their coaches, right? Like when we got Patricia, we had just about every former New England Patriot on the team, so on and so forth. But I mean, Decker wants to win, bro, and he's not going to go to a bad team. I think he'd rather retire.
And
you guys are definitely on his options.
He seems like the kind of guy who like, obviously like physically past his prime, like best years are behind him. Like he seems like the kind of guy that could get fired up for like one motivation in division year,
Yeah.
Like
I mean, don't forget,
he
battled through it last year. Like he was never healthy last year. and he was like still a leader of the clubhouse, like never would have known there was a problem type guy, and there is familiarity with Ben Johnson, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Could
we'll
happen.
see. Yeah, I wouldn't hate it. Obviously, I don't think the money will be crazy. Before we get out of here, I have to ask, did you guys see this Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini story? And what are your thoughts? For those of you who might be unfamiliar, Diana Rossini is a reporter who worked up until tonight. I just saw she resigned at The Athletic. Mike Vrabel, obviously the head coach of the New England Patriots, former player, former Titans coach, were spotted with some photos at a resort in Sedona a couple hours from the owners' meetings that they just don't look great.
Some great scenery, though. The pictures themselves are fantastic.
Very scenic.
It's a beautiful place.
Looks like a great resort.
Can I say something? I know Moran wants to say something real quick. Why resign if you're Diana Rossini? Like, I understand you're embarrassed. There's some shame there.
You're married. You have young kids.
I understand all of that. But like, news moves so fast. In a week, no one's going to care.
Did you read? It's already been a week, right? What are you talking about?
In 2 weeks. Like, my point.
Okay.
Like, until she stepped down today, I hadn't thought about it for days.
The reason she resigned, if you read her resignation, was because The Athletic went from defending her to basically throwing gas on it. So if my employer is basically making me look like shit and they don't even have proof of anything, I would resign too.
Oh, so she's sticking it to the man.
Correct.
Oh.
I don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think this story has stuck around a while on the internet.
Let's just
there's
get
nothing
into
going on in the NFL world,
I know.
Bad timing for you, Diana.
Rough for her.
Let's just get into it. What was so bad about those pictures?
I mean, both are cheating on their spouses.
Cheating how? There was nothing physical there.
Oh, really, Moran? They're not doing anything. They're just playing backgammon on the deck there.
I'm asking
Sedona.
I'm asking you what was so bad about those pictures?
Well, do you have to see them fornicating for it to be a shame?
The interlocking fingers photo is tough. Have you ever interlocked fingers with someone of the opposite sex that you weren't romantically interested in?
Your wife is listening on line one. Please answer when you can.
No, I haven't. But okay, first of all, let's just clear the room on. If I'm a reporter and I see an NFL coach, I'm probably doing whatever I can to get information from him. I'm not saying
that's fair.
I'm not saying I'm going to blow the guy. That's not what I'm saying. First of all, the interlocking of fingers, I don't get why they did that, but I doubt that it led to anything.
Because they're fucking. Because they want each other. That's exactly why. What do you mean?
Yeah,
they're romantically involved.
It's a bad look, sure, but does that mean she's like?
Wait, Moran, you're beating around the bush a little bit. What exactly do you think was going on?
I think they're just overly friendly, bro, and it's like I don't think. Listen, hold on. Let me explain something, okay? She's a very pretty lady, and she's gotten to a certain point being a certain way. I'm not saying she's not smart. I don't want people to attack me. Oh my God, he's saying
Diana's great, man. I love listening to her. She's funny. Like I think she does a great job.
But
I think this whole situation sucks. Like I don't know.
Sorry,
I was gonna say if she is cheating with Vrabel, that sucks. She's married with kids.
But the whole goes
not
So
did you guys see the clip real quick, Moran? Did you guys see the clips though that were dug up from years ago on her interviews with the NFL Network? And she's like, "Oh, my husband this, my husband that." Like
that's how she is, though. That's how she is.
That's what I'm going to get into. That's my point. Her saying those things in those clips was 1,000 times worse than what we saw. But because the media is different now, they want to dig that stuff up. But when that was said live, I didn't even know that happened on NFL Live. So that's my problem with all this. What she said about her husband, if my wife said that about me, I'd be like, who the fuck are you? That's a problem.
But Moran, if your wife was being, quote, overly friendly with another man who was married and holding hands in Sedona on some beautiful patio, what would you, you wouldn't be okay with that?
I would be pissed. Yeah, but would I think like right away my wife's hooking up with this guy? No, I wouldn't.
Well, no,
I
of
wouldn't.
course you would.
I wouldn't.
That's not the first thought that runs through your mind. You're looking to fight Mike
No.
Vrabel, and
No.
you're going to get creamed because he's an former NFL
Absolutely
linebacker.
not looking to fight Mike Vrabel. I can tell you that.
Your emotions get the better of you sometimes.
We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I don't think those pictures itself. I'm more of a.
So here's what I'll say in defense of Moran. Number one, I'm interested to find out if we ever do who took those pictures and where they came from.
Yeah.
Is it like paparazzi? Is it private investigator? Is it like, Mrs. Vrabel or Mr. Rossini's like, ooh, that's weird, and like hired a PI? My other thing is like, if you were photographing people throughout the day and what we saw is like the most incriminating thing you were able to get, there's definitely some gray area there. Again, they don't look good. The pictures don't look good. But if you were like at a hotel with your mistress and someone followed you around all day with a camera and the
Like,
best they did was interlocking fingers.
That's my point. Like you couldn't get a picture.
Know.
You couldn't get a picture of them like kissing or her like him squeezing her butt. Like
there's
nothing
some seed of
bro.
doubt for sure.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
I don't know. I am not going to go as far as to say nothing happened. I'm
pretty sure
pictures
something
look
happened.
bad. But
I mean, they were also hugging. It wasn't just interlocking fingers, right?
Hugging is normal. They've known each other for 15 years.
Like, yeah, but that sucks. I love Diana. It's probably the last we'll see from her, like as far as sports media goes. So
no.
No, she might get another job somewhere. She's not going to get canceled over it. Like, no one cares. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
like, no one really cares at the end of the day.
My worry is just like she just won't ever be taken seriously again.
Well, that's for sure.
Like, it's hard to be like
her.
A chick in sports, Like,
no, it's going to follow her. Just like the guy who took the photos.
Like, yeah, isn't going to help her. I see.
Weren't they also in the pool together on a couple of floaties?
Yeah, they looked like some lounge chairs.
Yeah, I do that with all my female friends. Without my family there.
You don't have a pool, Ryan. I'll let you know this summer.
You also don't have any friends.
Well, weird flex, but okay.
All right, boys. Anything else before we get out of here?
No.
Once Moran finishes coughing in the microphone and Ryan's vein in his forehead explodes.
Is that a ball joke? No, I want to thank our fans. It's been a while since we've shouted them out. We took a couple week hiatus. We appreciate you guys being with us after a nice little break there.
If you are still with us, we
don't know.
If
you are, well, I guess the numbers will be telling. But no, just shout out to them. We love you guys. We do this for fun, as you know, and it's always fun. So we'll keep doing it.
Love that for America.
I got something to say too. I've known Matt for probably 10, maybe more years.
Call 10 years.
Yeah. I just, like, I'm not trying to, like, pump you up or anything, but I just feel like you're one of the most positive people I know, and we throw you obstacles all the time in the chat, and you're just like, okay. Yeah.
Speak for yourself, brother.
But, like, Matt takes everything on the chin. He's always positive.
He is.
Life's too short, man. Control what you can control and be nice to people.
2 weeks,
shit'll work out.
Like, these last 2 weeks were mostly me and Ryan, like, not being able to do stuff. So, Matt, just sticking with us. Appreciate it. And obviously love having you here. So, appreciate you.
Brother. Right back at you, my guy.
Shout out to Matt. We love that guy.
Take us home, Ryan.
And with that, may your Kool-Aid stay blue.
May your head stay cheesy. You guys thought I forgot. I didn't forget.
Bear down. Love you, Mom. Thanks, everybody.